Hi folks, today is December the 10th. Time is now 11:02. I'm looking at trading the oil barrel system. You guys can see here the Williams R crossed over the purple line, is already crossed back down. We've had the red arrows, red price bars, and I'm just waiting for the center line to turn red. And once that happens, I'll go ahead and jump in the trade. Hopefully after this bar closes, the center line will remain red, but right now it's green, so we just have to be patient. As you guys can see here, the market is already broken above or closed above the this upper line here several times, so it's a good indicator that we're going to get a reversal back down. We've also been in this strong downtrend here, so now we're just, and there's the red bar. Hopefully when this bar closes, it'll stay red and we won't have to worry about it's switching colors anymore once this bar closes. So we just have to be a little patient here and we'll see what happens. This will actually be my second trade for the day. I had a previous winning trade. Alright, beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and sell on a stop right there. Everything lined up perfectly here. So once we get filled on this trade, I'll go ahead and place my stop and take profit orders. I will say, like I've said before, this isn't a system where you're going to get in and be out in a couple minutes. This is a system where you're going to get in. It might take, 15-20 minutes for you to hit your take profit. But the thing about this is you tend to get much larger moves. You tend to stay in the trades longer.
Order filled.
Alright, so we just got filled. We're going to go ahead and place a buy and a stop here.
Order pending.
And we're going to place another. We're going to place our take profit about right here.
Order pending.
We're going to take one off. Alright. And this is just a way for me to take a little bit of profit early. Alright, so I'm going to come back to you guys once something of interest happens. Alright, it's been a couple seconds and we are pushing very close to our take profit, our first take profit here. So I wanted to come back so we could catch the market go through it, possibly. How about that? It looks like we came within 2 ticks of hitting our take profit. Oh well, not much we can do about that. Market's going to do what it wants to do. No control there. Currently up about 340. Everything still looks good though. We got our arrows looking nice. Center line still red. Lots of red price bars. So now we're just waiting on the market to come down and give us our first take profit here. Alright, I'm going to pause it again and I'll come back once we get into profit, or once we hit our first level. I want you guys to see this here. I went ahead and moved my stop down to break even plus I think +2 here. Alright, right now it's at +4, so we'll put this up to 30. That'll be break even +3. There's no point in having the market come this deep into profit just to watch it turn around, so that's why I did that. At this point we're basically guaranteed a profitable trade. We got 3 ticks here. And I'm not sure if the market seems to be having some issues at this level, so I'm going to go ahead and move this here. So if it comes back down, we'll go ahead and be taken out right there. Everything still looks good for a short trade. Looks like we're going to get a bit of a reversal here, but hopefully the market will go ahead and continue to push down. But for me, one thing I simply won't do is let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. It's not something I'm able to let happen. And I've noticed that the signals are extremely good. The main thing is we tend to get in early. And when that happens, you often have to deal with, you get your nice general first move, and then oftentimes you get a pullback and a bit of sideways action before the next big drop comes. So right now we're just dealing with a bit of sideways action. But it's good that we get in early, because that means we get to catch the full move when it does happen. And once again, we're just a couple ticks away from hitting this take profit. And that's why I moved it up here. Once it hits this here, we'll be out on our first level.
Order filled.
And there it is. We just went through our first take profit. And I'm going to let this continue to run. So at this point, we're pretty much in profit no matter what, like I said. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I will be managing the second part of the trade as they said we should in the system itself on the website. Alright, be back with you guys shortly. Just wanted to come back real quick. We had this nice little drop which pushed us up into $300 territory. So now we're up about 310, 320. I'm going to continue watching the market here. Hopefully things continue to go well. We're waiting for a green arrow, green price bar, and a green center line. That's going to be our signal to exit. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Alright guys, just another quick update. We just passed the $400 mark. So this is turning into quite wow. I'm glad I caught that on video. We just had this beautiful spike down that pushed us right down into 500. So we're going to continue to follow this move here. Hopefully we can catch as much of it as possible. I am going to move this down slightly because there's a nice bit of room here between the current price and our stop here. This puts us about 12 ticks in profit either way. Now we're over $600. Wow, this is turning into quite the move. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it again. And wow, we just hit 700. The market is really pushing down for some reason. We don't have news, I don't believe, until 12 o'clock. So we're just in a strong downtrend. No complaints whatsoever. And that's what I was saying, folks. With this system, it gets you into a lot of trades early enough before these big moves. So you have plenty of time to get in and get your position set up. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here. This right here looks like it's flirting with the idea of turning green. We'll see if it closes green. If it does, that'll be our first signal. Second is going to be the green arrow, and then the third will be the center bar turning green. In the past, I've seen where one or two of these will show up and give us an indicator to exit, but the market doesn't pay any attention to it, and it just continues going in the direction. So like I said, if you just get one or two, if you just get a green bar, or if you just get a green arrow, don't exit on that. Make sure you wait until you get all three indicators lined up, because I've seen lots of times where the market just keeps pushing in your profit direction, even if you just get one or two of these indicators. So we're going to be patient, and we're going to wait and see what happens here. Alright, so now we have a green arrow. If this closes green, that'll be the second indicator. we're just waiting to see now. I don't like making these videos too much past 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep it under 12 minutes here. Once this closes, we'll see if it's going to retain that green color or not. Alright, so we got the green color, and now we're waiting on the green center bar. And if that happens, we will be managing this trade to exit. And we won't know if this is going to stay green until this bar closes. So that's what we're waiting on right now. And again, it's just as likely that the market will continue pushing down. This is why I don't exit just off of 2 indicators. Up 510, 520, 490. Alright, let me go ahead and pause it, and if we get this okay, this turned yellow, closed yellow rather, still red, so we're not in a situation where we're going to look at exiting yet. Alright, I'll go ahead and pause it and come back to you guys on the next update. Alright guys, we just got the trigger here that we need to look at to starting to exit this trade. As you guys can see, green arrow, green price bar, green center line. So I'm going to try and take as much of this trade as I can. We're a couple of ticks now from being taken out.
Order filled.
Alright, we were taken out on that trade. Looks like we made a total of $480 on this trade. We took our first profit off right around here, and our second profit was taken off right here. Okay, we did end up having to leave a bit on the table here, but the thing of it is, I'm okay with that, and the reason is there are going to be trades where the market comes up and gives us 2 of those exit patterns and then just continues to drop. Nobody's going to be able to catch, the entire move down to the last tick. We don't know if this is going to be a 200 tick mover or if it's going to be a 40 tick mover. So best advice I can say is just follow the system. You'll have indicators to get back into trades, even if they're short trades. For example, here, if you wanted to, you could jump back into a long trade right now. But that's going to be it for this particular video. Again, we made $480 in profit, so a very good run here, and that's going to be it. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys can click the link below to get more information on the oil barrel system.